and that, and then she puts up a good fight at first, but never thinks to. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to 31. So, it's day 10, and we are on 1996. And for me, 1996, there was only one horror that I loved from that year, and of course, that is, well, it is Scream. Yes, written by Kevin Williamson, directed by the great Wes Craven. Yes, Wes Craven appears again in my series of reviews. This film, of course, stars Neve Campbell, Courteney Cox, David Arquette, Matthew Lillard, the other guy. Basically, the town of Woodsboro is under attack by a mass killer named Ghostface, who's referencing and paying tribute and huge nods to other classic slashers, including Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Michael Myers. Serial killer, it says on my shirt. Also it's like, he tortures and stalks teenagers and goes all mental and that. So yeah, let's just get on to our likes and dislikes on this one. So, first of all, the likes. I like this film because it will always have a special place as the first proper horror I ever saw. Before that, I was just into Scooby-Doo and all that child-friendly stuff. But Scream was my first real taste of horror, as well as slasher. Also, this rebooted the whole slasher genre, just when we was getting tired of the whole slasher thing from the 80s. Wes Craven, leave it to him to find a fun way to do a genre that's been done so many times, and let's poke fun at it. I also loved, the crazy killer Ghostface. To me, Ghostface is the most clumsiest mass murderer ever. I also liked how they did the whole Hitchcock thing in the beginning with Drew Barrymore, making us think that she's going to be the main girl in it, she's going to survive, and then have that whole thing where they kill her in the opening scene, and the killer be revealed at the end to be Billy Loomis and his friend Stu. I also like Jamie Kennedy's character in this film. He was funny. He was like the ultimate guide to surviving a horror film, and that. I also like the kills in this. They were fun. Ghostface is a fun killer and has had their identity pursued so many times by different antagonists in this franchise. Now, a few dislikes that I do have is, one dislike, there are just dumb decisions made in this film, which Ghostface also points out. Like the bit when she's in the garage and, she's like saying, "No, Mr. Scary Killer, I want to be in a sequel," and that, and then she puts up a good fight at first, but never thinks to shout the others in the living room, because, they stop the party and watch Halloween, and then Randy pauses it to give him the rules to survive a horror film. And she does put up a good fight at first, then she tries to make an escape with a cat flap and gets killed in the process. Yeah. That's one avoidable death I think is a bit, oh, come on. Yeah, I also love the build-up and the suspense to who the killer is, which we've already established. I like Neve Campbell in this as Sidney Prescott. One of the first, in fact it was probably the first horror film that introduced me to her. I also liked, the character of Dewey, played by David Arquette, and at the time his future wife, Courtney Cox, was in this as Gail Weathers, the local news reporter or whatever. And Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox are the three original cast members from the first Scream to still be in this. There have been talks about a fifth film for a while, but I think that's very unlikely now, because no one could direct those films like Wes Craven. And no one could write these films like Kevin Williamson. I mean, he's still about, but, it just doesn't feel, I just don't think it'll feel the same, if you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, Scream. I enjoyed this film. I can watch it again and again and again and never get bored with this franchise. It is up there as one of my favourite series, with Friday the 13th and Halloween. Yeah, I enjoy this. And over time, it's gone from being a slasher to parodied and referenced as a comedy and that. Because I do see Scream as a very black comedy horror. Because there are humorous moments in there. But, I don't think there's much. I don't think there's anything more for me to say about this film, about it being otherwise great. So, ratings. Oh yeah. Also, Wes Craven had a cameo in this as a janitor, Freddy. Yeah, there's a bit where he's mopping the floor wearing a Freddy jumper and hat. Another thing was, this is fact-based. It was inspired by true events like Texas Chainsaw, only it's a lot fictional. The idea, the format is there, fact-based. But Scream wasn't a true story. It was based on actual real series of murders, which you can look up on the internet and stuff. I'm not going to spend the entire video explaining to you. Okay, so yeah, Scream was, nicely directed, had great cinematography, great hats off to old and modern slashers. Yeah, this is a brilliant film, and as I've said before, as I've said 1,000 times, I lost my virginity to Scream. It was the first horror film I watched. Okay, so yeah, Scream, I love this film to death. I can watch it all the time, never get fed up with it. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to give, I'm giving Scream 5 machetes out of 5 because I love it so much. So yes, Scream, that has been day 10 from 1996. This has been 31, day 10. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links, my Facebook group, The Random Horror Madhouse, my Twitter, Instagram, are all linked down below in the description. So until next time, I'll see you tomorrow, and don't have nightmares. Yes.